Good day, internet people. Lena here, and in today's video we have got a lot of crazy things to show you. Oh my word, we picked up so much stuff this month. It's been really cool. Did some trading in, got some serious bargains, and in one particular instance, circumstances ending up working very well in my favor, but we'll get to that one in a bit. Let's start with the immense pile of PlayStation 2 games. So these are a combination, as usual, of games that were picked out by myself and by Jess. So things that I don't know as much about, I'm probably going to skim over a bit more than games that I'm very excited about. Let's jump in. We begin with Jak 2, which I've never played. I've never played a Jak game. Am I going to get shot for this? Please don't kill me. The Getaway. I know even less about this game. I know it was very popular at the time though. But yeah, it's just another one that was nice and reasonably priced, so we chucked it in the pile and added it to the list of many things we now have. Bully, a game in which you are apparently not the bully. Not the mama. Burnouts. And lots of them. Well, we basically completed our collection of Burnout games here with the Burnout 1, Burnout 2, and Burnout Dominator. It throws me, Dominator, because it hasn't got the traffic check in it, which makes it feel like it's slightly less of a game. And yet it came after 4. So, Speaking of other utterly ridiculously good racing games, here's Outrun. I think I've played it more in arcades than I have on consoles. I associate it with arcades more than I do with the console. Bond. James Bond. 2 games here. My brother used to own Everything or Nothing. This was a very good game for 2-player action. I've never played Agent Under Fire though. But these were like 75 pence each, weren't they? Yes. I get this feeling that at certain points when it comes around to playing Everything or Nothing that I'm going to have some huge nostalgia moments when I go, oh yeah, I remember this bit from playing it before. Bloody hell. Heard you like Devil May Cry. I've never played these. So we've got all 3 here. Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry 2, and the special edition of Dante's Awakening. As you'd expect, Sonic the Hedgehog. So we've got Sonic Gems collection here, which I've owned before. I think you've owned before as well. For most people, this was basically a lot of people's first experience of playing Sonic CD. I'm yet to actually give Sonic CD the playthrough in the style that it deserves. I still have treated it very much as a regular Sonic game where you're not really supposed to do that. I remember getting this and thinking, oh, Sonic the Fighters as well, that'd be interesting. And I remember I played it, I fired it up, I picked Sonic and I won by smashing the punch button over and over again. You literally can, you just wail on it with the square button or whatever it was and beat it. That was funny. And Sonic R, which is a game. I was waiting for Jess to defend it. I don't think it's that great. Sonic Riders, that one you picked up as a random mystery game when you placed an order for me. So that was just a nice surprise. I've never played it. Worms 4 Mayhem. Now I had Worms 3D, which was particularly notable for me because it had a song. It's like its main theme was basically something that sounded like it was a direct ripoff of the Dandy Warhols. But it was also a good game, especially for a 3D Worms game as well. Tons of weapons, old and new, including a sniper rifle and banana bombs. Yay! Make your team unique with custom hats, hair, hands, glasses, voices, and much more. So that was also one thing I remember about Worms 3D was that each individual team could have their own voice. Sports USA voice for the win. Oh no, Bob! God of War 2! I've owned God of War 1 and 2 before. We couldn't find God of War 1, could we? We had a good look for it, we couldn't find it, but we found 2, so we snapped that one up. It's been a long time since I've played the God of War games, so it will be quite fun to come back to these at some point. Although if we are going to, I would like to start with the first game first, for obvious reasons. You know, if we want to go through Captain Angry Swords on Chains' story, we need to do it from the beginning, so you know. We finally reached the end of the PS2 games, and I've saved my personal favourite pick for last. This game I bought for myself with my birthday money on my 18th birthday. No, my 20th birthday, sorry. Because the 18th birthday was when I got the PS2. But on my 20th birthday, I got Shaolin Monks. Now this I consider to be an immensely underrated Mortal Kombat game. It is fantastic. It kind of retells some of the early, like, somewhere around like Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2 timeline era of the timeline. I think its only failing was that you could only play as Liu Kang or Kung Lao. But it was fantastic, especially playing it with my brother oh gosh, we spent so much time learning about all the different combinations to do all the different fatalities and all that sort of thing. Oh my word. I always remember because it was my game, I would pick first, so I'd always get Liu Kang, which meant that my brother was Kung Lao. And he got the joy of discovering that Kung Lao has possibly the best fatality in the game. He pulls a rabbit out of his hat and flings it to his to whoever's getting the fatality, and he's like, huh? And then the rabbit like just goes and just tears him apart. It's so funny. When it happened, we were just like, and then we just started laughing. But yeah, I'm so glad to have this again. Time for a quick intermission. Brought to you by my love of Jackie Chan films. It was brought to my attention on Twitter that one of my favourite Jackie Chan films was getting a re-release on Blu-ray, and I immediately jumped on that and pre-ordered the heck out of it. It's Dragons Forever, with this amazing new artwork on it, which I adore. I remember constantly asking my friend to if I could borrow his copy because they had it on VHS back in the day. What I really love is how the artwork inside is also flipped around to reveal the original. Oh gosh, that does not show up very well on here. But yeah, that's the original artwork there on the flip side, which I really like. That wasn't the international release though, but hey, this is amazing. I somehow still haven't gotten around to watching this yet, despite the fact that I've had it for almost a couple of entire weeks. But hey, I will, because it's awesome. Also picked up Who Am I? Basically, it was a case of if there was a Jackie Chan film and I recognised it, I snapped it up. Turns out Jess also has seen this film and really likes it too. Especially because she remembered one particular fight scene in which Jackie grabs the guy by the earring and spins him around to the point where he's left with just a little like twisted piece of metal in his hand. He pulls it out of the... Oh, yeah, you remember the thing and loved it. So that's this film. And what also helped in picking up several, as many Jackie Chan films as I could, was the fact that they cost very little. Also found these two. Surprisingly, these were the only 3 Jackie Chan films that we found whilst, or that I found whilst out hunting. New Police Story and Police Story Lockdown I've never seen before, which was another motivation for me to pick them up. But always nice to pick up Jackie Chan films I've never seen. Certainly his more recent output I've never seen. So yeah, they'll get a watch at some point, I'm very sure. And finally, we did pick up a couple of Mega Drive games. Not many, but we did. So we've got Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic Mania. Oh wait. So what we've done here, because we wanted something to keep our cartridges looking nice until we got a proper box, we found someone who's selling a nice replica of the cover in a nice little slip cover like this. It's really, really cool. It's only a couple of quid as well. And then this just to kind of join up with the rest of the collection because it looks sweet as well. They look really cool, don't they? Sonic and Knuckles will get replaced with a proper cardboard one when the funds and the ability to go out and hunt for them allows. This game I picked up because it was a game that I didn't own originally, but I had some particular fond memories of playing it. So we've got European Club Soccer. It was only a couple of quid. This one threw off people when I posted a picture of our haul on Twitter because they got thrown by the gold sticker, which they thought was part of the game. It was actually just the address of the place where it was originally bought, somewhere in Peterborough. The Exchange. I'll be honest, this is not actually that good of a game, but again, I got a bit of nostalgia for it and thought, oh, it's only a couple of quid, let's snap it up. One for Jess's nostalgia here. It's Mick and Mac Global Gladiators! Strap on your goo shooter, what? Hang on a minute. And join Mick and Mac the Global Gladiators on a quest to neutralize the monsters of Slime World, the Mystical Forest, Toxitown, and Arctic World. Check out the bodacious backgrounds, the 1,250 awesome animation frames, and the most spacious sound. Spacious is not a word for cool, guys. We also snapped up The Lion King because apparently we don't like ourselves and want to play games that are immensely difficult. I don't expect to get far in this one. And finally, after many, many years of wanting this game, finally own it. I first played this game back when I was about 10. A friend of mine had it, and We played it a lot when I stayed around his place a couple of times. I then got to play it again a couple of years later when I got to borrow it for a while, and I didn't want to give it back because I really wanted it. And then for the longest time I didn't see it again. And now it's finally mine. Wait, I'm stroking Zan, what the hell? He's not as cool. Anyway, Streets of Rage 3! Ah! Yay! Can finally add this to the list of things I'm going to play it on the very first live stream over on Twitch. Come join me. Very first live stream after this video goes up, and I'll play this and I'll be happy, and then I'll get annoyed because I can't complete it because they bumped the difficulty up from the Japanese version to this, as well as butchered the story, and I still don't care. So the story about how I ended up with this was actually down to having to cancel my trip down to Kent to catch up with the family and friends and stuff because of the coronavirus. My train ticket was not refundable, but my parents very kindly refunded the train ticket's value for me, which meant that we were having a look for this and it popped up. The only thing missing from this is the manual, which is a shame, but otherwise it's like we open it up and it's like, oh, I can't open it. We open it up, no, there's no manual. But it doesn't matter, I've got the game, I've got a box, and yay, huzzah, after all this time, it's mine. I can finally play as Rue. And that is everything we picked up in March. Goodness me, we did well. God blimey. Just gonna say it now, April's pickup video is already going to be slim to non-existent. Just based on, you know, current circumstances and all. Because Streets of Rage 3, nothing else matters. So come and join me on Twitch. I will be live. Let's see, if these go up on a Tuesday, then I will be live the very following day. Playing Streets of Rage 3. Come and join me. Give me a follow. Want to give me a subscribe. Also give me a subscribe on here and give the video a thumbs up. And also join me on Twitter. Just come and join me everywhere. It's all good. I will see you in the next video. Get back in the room. Jess is suggesting a thing for me, so I'm going to do what she says. Oh, you are kidding me. Ah!